So my average screen time went from this to this, and I know what you're thinking. This type of video has already been done by so many people, and trust me, I have watched so many videos on it as well. But why is it that even though I already got all the information I needed, at the end of the day I would still succumb to my phone? I would still open up YouTube when I'm waiting for my order, or scroll through some random app even in the toilet. I think all this information and content we kept consuming just shrouded up the simple fact that our phones are just tools, by the way. Alright, so no hidden techniques or features that I can give you. I'm pretty sure you already know all of them. We're just gonna talk here, okay, you and me. I'm no different from you anyway, so I'm just going to tell my experience. Back then, I took pride in having such a high daily average screen time. I legit sound like I'm proud of being a degen. But apparently, there are people that can go way higher than that. I'm talking 15 to 17 hours a day. That's a whole ass day. What are you doing? But once we find out about this, we'd have that moment of realization, right? Wait, this is not fucking normal. So I gained that awareness that I should stop scrolling because it's stupid, and I realized how much time and experience in life I've missed out on just because of that damn rectangular screen. Well, I'd be ashamed to say this, but even the most basic of things I could not take the time to do simply because I was too busy on my phone. Like, for example, chores. Now, I know it's a thing for us to naturally hate doing the laundry or doing the dishes, but don't you think it's because we actually have to put our phone down and not use it for a while to do something else? Because nowadays that I don't use my phone as much, I've found doing the dishes pretty fucking therapeutic. Like, call me a psychopath, I've said what I've said. Also be things like talking to or hanging out with the people in my life, or just simply the hobbies that I had, which I may have unconsciously neglected because, hey, scrolling through TikTok is more fun. Like, damn, if I didn't have Instagram, I would have been a god at playing the guitar now. So one day I just took the time to sit down and actually reflect. Hey, so is this the life you wanted to live? And after some time of thinking about it, my answer was obviously no. Hell no. I'd like it if you ask yourself the same question. Journal entry incoming. Here's something I wrote on my journal. Work towards a life you won't actually regret. A life where, once you're lying on your deathbed, you could say, I've lived well. I feel like a pastor reading a verse from a Bible. And yes, that was the time that reality hit me like a truck. Because we already know that aside from the positives of having a mobile phone, the more concerning things it does to us is 1. Makes us less present, 2. Ruins our attention span, and 3. Ultimately, if not used correctly, wastes our fucking time. Like, you've seen this on other videos or titles or thumbnails, right? They calculate the shit, and if you spend 8 hours a day on your phone, it's basically you spending 10 years of your life on it. Because bro, phones weren't this addicting back then, right? If you think about it, mobile phones just evolved from a tool used for communicating with other people who are far away. So why don't we just try treating it like that again? Heck, it wasn't even one of the basic needs of our ancestors. You can take control, and you should. It's a non-living thing. You already know you could install some apps or tweak some settings to make it less addicting and actually helpful. And I guess it's reversing what the phone or social media companies did to make that phone addicting, to make it act like a useful phone. I know it's easier said than done, but it's not impossible. I was able to do it. These days I just use my phone for communicating, using a camera, and probably the Notes app and some other important financial stuff. But back then, I used to visualize, like, imagine this right now. Imagine yourself being able to use this addicting thing. Imagine being able to use your phone like as an actual tool. You're not this hooked motherfucker who literally has the muscle memory to pull out their phone when they're just walking through the streets. And let's say you're commuting in a bus and you see all these people just going, and you think, huh, that's boring. I'll just look through the window. Isn't that so OP? Like, how cool would that be? Bro, I'm telling you, you have control. Be that person. Be the master of your own phone, not the other way around. Yes. Because we're slaves. You have been enslaved. Real talk though, this is one of the biggest problem in our generation, aside from money or toxic parents. But if you're able to take full control of social media or phones, your life literally just becomes 10 times better. Like, no joke. Have you ever heard a person saying they stopped doom scrolling and their life went to shit? Personally, I've never. Our generation's a little fucked up. Just a little. you're not gonna fuck it up even more, right?